too because they slow down your digestion. So you feel full longer, totally worth it. Kind of like nature's OZEMPIC. Welcome back, you guys. Just getting out of work, got the scrub cap on because my hair is still messed up. This week we're gonna do a little bit different. I'm gonna try to talk to you about some medical issues, what's on my mind, and let's see what we get at Costco this week. Let's do it. So to start off this week, the first patient who had a kidney, oh look at that, they have crumble cookies, $100 for $80. Wow. Not that I eat crumble cookies because they're very high in fat and oil. Fantastic cookies once in a while. So this week, the first patient who had a kidney transplant unfortunately passed away 2 months after the successful pig kidney transplant. Physicians and the news outlets are saying that it was not related to the transplant itself, which I tend to believe because if you do have kidney failure, there is a high chance that if your kidneys do fail, they can just put you on dialysis. So more than likely, the patient did not pass away from as a result of the, comorbidities, probably had a lot of other things going on, maybe a super infection, not entirely sure, but it is groundbreaking technology because it's kind of the holy grail. If you're able to treat all sorts of organ failure with pig transplants that are genetically modified to not require lifelong immunosuppression, it can solve a lot of problems, whether it's heart failure, kidney failure. Liver is not such a big deal, but kidney failure, heart failure, lungs, potentially. I don't know how the lungs would work if they're different in a pig anatomically than a human, but heart and kidneys, that's huge. A lot of respect to the patient who was the first kidney transplant to get a pig kidney because, you're going into the unknown. There was a patient a few months ago that got a heart transplant that was a pig heart. Unfortunately, there were complications of surgery. He did not make it. However, this patient seems to have made it home, was living a normal life, and then something unfortunate happened. Obviously, I don't have all the details, but I'm guessing it probably was not related directly to the kidney transplant, but it could be, you never know. So today we're going straight to the food section. Don't need to buy anything as far as oh, you know what? We need to get some new pans. So let's go see if we can find some new pans. So originally I picked up the stainless steel pans from Costco, tried them out for about 3 weeks. I can't get over the fact that everything sticks to them unless you use a lot of oil. I'm not a huge fan of using oil, so I'm gonna go back to using non-stick pans. On social media and especially all over the news, they talk about forever chemicals and those kind of things getting into your food if you use non-stick pans. However, the convenience of having a non-stick pan and the ability to cut out a lot of oil means I'm gonna get a non-stick ceramic pan this time. Let's see how it goes. I haven't tried ceramic before. Have you guys used ceramic pans? Any tips? Leave me a comment, give me some tips. How do you grease up your ceramic pans? Are they exactly the same as all the other pans or a little different? Another story making the rounds in the healthcare circles, the negative side effects associated with cold plunges. Now, if you guys don't know, cold plunges is when you basically jump into a cold bath with a bunch of ice, probably like 30, 40 degree weather, 40 degree water, and then you submerge your body for 10, 20, 30 seconds, up to 3 minutes, 6 minutes. Now, the health benefits of cold plunges have been extensively discussed on YouTube. Obviously, from a physician standpoint, if you can stress your body out in a healthy environment, with a safe environment, it's totally worth it, in my opinion. However, I myself don't actually do cold plunges because I don't have the wherewithal to stand inside of a bucket full of ice. I do cold showers maybe 3 times a week. And that's just to boost my metabolism and to help with the postural orthostatic hypotension that I get, also known as POTS, that I recently developed, maybe after the whole thing that happened a few years ago. But I do cold showers. I don't do cold plunges. Now, the risk is that the cardiac demand when you go into a cold plunge goes astronomically high. What does that mean? It means when your body's stressed, when you go into very cold temperatures, your heart's going to start beating faster. Your blood vessels are all going to vasoconstrict. That increases the demand, the cardiac demand on your heart, the oxidative stress on your heart, and can lead to possible adverse outcomes for your heart. Now, in my opinion, you really just have to weigh the pros and the cons. I myself am younger. I think I have a bit of a healthier heart, so I can do cold showers. I would not push myself to do cold plunges because I do have a little bit of Raynaud's and I get very cold pretty quickly. So I don't do cold plunges myself, but if you're thinking about cold plunges, just understand that there are some cardiac risks, especially if you're at a higher risk. I would not suggest anybody over the age of 60 to do it, especially not outright. Take your time, work your way up to it. I also don't think that it's necessary to be in an ice cube. However, there's a lot of good research on it. Huberman has done it on his podcast. He's talked about brown fat, increasing the amount of brown fat. Brown fat, if you don't know, is the baby fat that you have that actually burns calories for you as opposed to regular fat, which stores calories. But long story short, check your own cardiovascular health before you jump into a cold plunge. I still haven't done it to this day. And I kind of believe in it, but I haven't done it because, I'm not taking the risk. Always got to grab bananas, but you got to find the green ones. These are all yellow. I don't see any green ones. That's why I don't like coming on Sundays, because all the green ones are gone. But I guess we're going with half yellows. Oh, these look kind of green. A little green, not too green, but green enough. I'm a big fan of bananas. Well, one, they give you potassium, give you magnesium, but two, because they slow down your digestion. So you feel full longer, totally worth it. Kind of like nature's OZE-MPIC. These Simply Fresh salad kits right here, absolutely amazing. $8.99. You can't even get a salad in LA for $8.99. This is an entire family pack. We go through it, me and my wife, one easily in a nightfall. Here's a shot of that Simply Fresh salad. Looks fantastic, and you're looking at $8.99. Unbelievable price at Costco. This week I'm gonna make an effort to eat more fish just to increase my omega-3s. I am gonna get the wild-caught salmon. Why? Because it's not actually better as far as content goes. They have the same amount of mercury and all those kind of things. I was wrong when I initially thought that wild-caught had less, but the reason I go with wild-caught is because I think that they actually have a little bit of a better life as a wild salmon as opposed to a farm-raised salmon. That being said, it doesn't really matter which one you go for. For whatever reason, it's cheaper here to get the wild caught in LA as opposed to the farm raised. It's $9.99 a pound here for the wild caught. Let me show you. $9.99 a pound for the wild caught. Color is fantastic. On the other side, we have the farm raised, and the farm raised is actually $12.99 a pound, and the color looks a little bit, light pink. So that's why I go with the wild caught, just because I think they have a better life. I'm not entirely sure if they do or don't, but makes me feel better at the end of the day. Another story making the rounds of the healthcare-centric world is a study that just came out that said ultra-high processed foods increase the risk of your mortal life ending a lot sooner because of a direct link to heart disease and cancer. Now, you know my opinions on ultra-high processed foods. What are ultra-high processed foods? We're talking about anything that has high fructose corn syrup. Also, we're talking about sodas, muffins, other kind of fake foods. I've made a total 180 on this. I used to be a proponent of just eating low-calorie food, but I've realized over time and over my own study and research that whole foods, especially that come from the earth, animals, plant-based foods that are not processed, are much better for your health as opposed to eating ultra-high processed foods. So cut out the sodas, cut out the muffins, cut out the bagels. Everybody already kind of knew this. I've talked about it at length on my channel. The food that we eat is potentially ending our lives a lot sooner than we want. Easy connection to make between the GLP-1 agonist and how they're affecting not only heart disease, stroke, and cancer risk, but also depression, anxiety, all those kind of things. So because of that, it's very easy to make the connection that ultra-high processed foods probably will cause you to have diabetes or cancer a lot later in life, a lot earlier in life than you wanted. Here we go with the ultra-high processed foods. All of them, ultra-high processed. This is what I was talking about when I said that it can lead to earlier demise of your life, but I do love Cocoa Puffs. Absolutely my favorite. Also insane they're combining Trix and Cocoa Puffs, but I love Cocoa Puffs. I miss that chocolatey milk. Anybody remember that chocolatey milk you have after you had 2 bowls of Cocoa Puffs? That's childhood memories. I love that, but don't eat it now, but I love that. Here we have a live look at the Costco chicken line, the rotisserie chicken. There's always a line because it's still $5.99, $4.99 for a chicken. You really can't beat a $4.99 Costco rotisserie chicken. Unbelievably good. Probably a little bit too much oil on it, but I love it. Also, a fascinating study was just released that said basically taking zinc when you get sick with a cold is absolutely useless for the average American, average person. Look, I saw a video recently of Paul Saladino, Carnivore MD, who I like a lot, but he was making fun of potato fries. If you're gonna choose between regular fries and potato fries, or sweet potato fries, go with the sweet potato fries because they have fiber and they have a little bit more protein. They have some more minerals that you probably need as opposed to regular fries. Both of them have oil in it, but if you're gonna feed your kids regular fries versus sweet potato fries are 100% better. Help them poop, get rid of any sort of hemorrhoids issues and fissures and all that stuff that happens to kids when they get constipated. All right, still to this day, I can't figure out why they do not have any cat treats or enough cat treats at Costco. Everything is for dogs. What about us cat owners? Some of us don't have the time to have a dog, even though we'd love to have a dog. We can't have a dog. But look at this food for dogs. It's like unbelievable. Beef and rice formula. Come on, can't Billy get a little bit of that? Just for dogs, human grade food. Human grade food for dogs, and cats get the leftover pâtés, as they say, pâtés. But still get them, but I wish there was more options. And finally, my eyes are lighting up. They have the good pops that are back. 20 count. These are 15 or 20 calories per pop, 30 calories a pop. I love these. I honestly buy and eat like 4 or 5 of these in a night because 3 or 4 of these is equal to 1 regular ice cream pop. So I'm gonna get 2, but my go-to ice pops are back at Costco. Sign me up. Now we're gonna have to hurry up and get through the line and get home and put it back in the freezer before they melt. But I'm actually really happy that they're here. I'm actually super happy they're available. I haven't had them in almost like, I don't know, I want to say like 6 months since moving out to California. I couldn't find them anywhere. I found them at Whole Foods, but they're insanely priced, like 8 pops for $8. Not worth it, but finally found them. Super excited. $12 for a 30 pack. Is it a 30 pack? How many are in here? 21 pack. So $12 for 21, but still 20. $12 for 20. A lot better than $8 for 8. If you guys are looking for a healthy kid snack, these pure organic bars right here, 100% fruit, they are probably, let me take a quick look. They do not look ultra high processed. They have puree concentrate, they have apple puree concentrate, they have lemon juice, citrus, pectin, vegetable, fruit juice color, raspberry juice, and natural flavors. I know Bobby would get mad about natural flavors, but you know, you have to live a little. But these are a lot better than the typical snacks you give kids. My son loves it. Throw it in his lunchbox for lunch as a snack, but it's a solid option. These are the pure organics. They are healthy. I mean, don't let people tell you otherwise. They're healthy. And for kids, they're fantastic. Let's do a quick compare and contrast. This is a brand new product here. It's Carbone's pasta sauce. It is a spicy vodka sauce. Let's look at the ingredients. We got imported Italian tomatoes, puree, basil, onions, and sugar, some peppers, sunflower oil, vinegar, salt, and sea salt. So that's the Carbone version. Here's Rao's, as a lot of people say, but I go with Rao's. Let's go with the ingredients here. This is actually, oh shoot, this is the marinara sauce. But either way, let's look at the ingredients because it'll tell us how healthy it is. They got Italian whole peeled tomatoes, olive oil, onions, garlic, basil, black pepper. So the Rao's is definitely way more healthier than the Carbone just because there's a lot less oil and they use olive oil as opposed to sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is kind of trash. I don't know why people like sunflower oil. Sunflower seeds are actually pro-inflammatory, so I would choose the Rao's. The Rao's is actually $1 cheaper, but it is marinara sauce. It's not actually pasta sauce. So that's the difference, but you know, I myself would try to avoid sunflower oil at all costs. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna run home because my ice pops are gonna melt, but I think I can make this into a weekly kind of segment where I go shopping, I talk to you about what the most pertinent medical studies that are out, my opinions on them, and some new products. We can go over food, talk about what kind of food is good for you, what kind of food is not good for you, what kind of things I buy, what I don't buy. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. It's really hard for me to steer the cart, so that's why sometimes the video is a little more jerky than I'd like. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.